Hello everybody, my name is Tommy. This is a new series on YouTube called Tommy Talks. We're going to discuss geopolitics, history, and research from big historical figures to find out the truth about history. Welcome to Tommy's True Talks. Today, we'll be talking about the history of communism and how it impacted China and other countries in the world. First, let's get out with a question. What is communism? Well, if you look up the exact definition, communism is a political and economic ideology that advocates for the abolition of private property and the creation of a classless society through the collective ownership of the means of production. Sounds like a lot, so let's break it down. Communism, at its core, is the full government control of all production, trade, and ways of money, and in some cases, ownership of property. While everyone works for a large power, which is the government, in turn, what the people should believe is that every person is equal and makes the same money as, well, everyone else. That's what should happen. However, most communist government programs also monitor what you look up on your computer and have a limit to what you can watch or look up. The reason why they are able to do this is because when the government controls everything, only they can allow you to see what you want to see. There's also another flaw within communism, as are most. As the government can blind you from seeing where your money they tax goes to, most communist governments spend their money on either themselves or the military. For example, the net worth of the dictator of China is estimated to be around 1 billion, which is interesting to most. When you consider that communism is supposed to be fair to all people, minus the one strong government leader, when you consider that communism is supposed to be fair to all people. How is this fair when Xi Jinping is leagues richer than any of the other people in China? The Communist Party of China, commonly known as the Chinese Communist Party, is the founding and ruling party of the People's Republic of China. Founded in 1921, the CCP won the Chinese Civil War against Kuomintang and proclaimed the establishment of the PRC under the chairmanship of Mao Zedong in October 1949. But we're here to talk about communism as a whole, right? But who started it? Where did it come from? Well, if we go back to the original place from who designed it, Karl Marx. Karl Marx was born May 5th, 1818, in Trier-Rhine province, Prussia, also known as Germany today. In 1948, he published Manifest der Kommunistischen Partei, or otherwise commonly known as the Communist Manifesto. The Communist Manifesto laid groundwork for what we know today as socialism, and for that time, what was known as communism, and socialism is deeply related to communism as a lesser form of the latter. Communism in Russia began with the Bolshevik Revolution, who overthrew Tsar, which ended up leading formation of the Soviet Union. If you want to learn more about the Bolshevik Revolution, let me know and I'll gladly make a video. Informally known as the USSR, the Soviet Union started in 1922. It was led by a single-party system, which was the Communist Party of the Soviet Union, and later dissolved in 1991. Under the communist rule, with the core leader being Vladimir Lenin, there were rules that had to be followed, and not lenient at all. Some of the rules included ideological and organizational unity, a core rule that was the ideological and organizational unity and the cohesive discipline of the party's ranks. No factionalism. Manifestations of factionalism or group activity were forbidden, as they were seen as incompatible with the principles of the party. This meant there were not to be any standing up to the head party or creating rival parties other than the main central party. Membership obligations. All members were expected to follow the party's program and rules, and anyone who violated them or compromised the lofty name of communist could be expelled or executed. They also had financial contributions. Financial contribution. Members who failed to pay their dues for 3 consecutive months without a valid reason could be considered to have lost the contact with the party and would cease to become members, aka most likely being executed. The rules during this time were brutal. You were not able to exercise freedoms like you would be able to today. They had restrictions on what you could watch, read, say, and do. There were not a lot of things in everyday life that did not have a proper rule on them set by the parent party at the time. While communism exists and is an extremist view on the political spectrum and should not be taken lightly, I often see some peers of mine trying to explain to me how communism could be good. I would say to them, whatever party takes place, everyone, minus a select few, would be poor or die of starvation or the unwillingness to work, causing them to be executed. The extremist views of today do not comprehend the struggles and the hardships of the people who went through this at the time. I strongly believe that those people who are educated about this time and what these people had to go through, they strongly believe that communism will never appropriately work. Without further ado, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video of a breakdown of communism. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe, as it really helps out my channel. But without further ado, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.